Okay, so what if I told you that you could build a massive YouTube channel, maybe even earn six figures a year, all without ever showing your face or even writing a single script? It sounds pretty wild, right? Well, welcome to the AI gold rush that is quietly but completely transforming YouTube. Just think about this for a second. Imagine posting unique, engaging videos completely on autopilot. I mean, that's the dream, isn't it? It's this promise of a world where content creation is automated, it's consistent, and yeah, it's incredibly profitable. It's no wonder this is drawing in thousands and thousands of new creators. So, the big question is, how does this actually work? How is this even possible? Well, we're about to break down this whole world of YouTube automation, from the specific tools that power it, all the way to the strategies that actually make it successful. All right, so here's our game plan for today. First up, we're going to explore what I'm calling the faceless content machine. Then we'll peek inside the AI toolbox to see how it's all done. After that, and this is key, we'll talk about how to find the gold in what can be a really saturated market. And finally, we'll wrap up by looking at the new rules of this AI game. Okay, first section. So what exactly is this faceless machine? Well, at its very core, it's all built around one really revolutionary idea, the faceless channel. So what is a faceless channel? The concept itself is pretty simple, really. The appeal, though? That's huge. You get to build an audience, create amazing content, and yeah, earn money, all without ever having to be on camera. It's basically content creation without all that pressure of personal exposure. And if you're wondering about the potential here, get this. The Faceless Channel Top 5 is estimated to pull in nearly $500,000 a year. A year! And they do it from making simple list videos. This isn't just a side hustle, folks. This is a full-blown business. So the question is, how on earth do they do it? All right, now let's pull back the curtain and see the magic. How are these videos actually made? It's not just a single magic button, you know? It's more like an entire AI-powered assembly line, with every part working in perfect harmony. Okay, let's walk through this whole pipeline together. So step one, the system grabs a source, maybe a news article from an RSS feed. Super simple. Step two, an AI, something like Perplexity, reads that article and bam, it instantly generates a whole video script. From there, step three, a different AI video generator turns that text into actual visuals. Then, step four, another AI jumps in to add a voiceover and captions. And the craziest part? Step five, it can even auto-post the finished video for you. We're talking about a completely hands-off content factory. Now, the real engine at the heart of this factory are the video generators themselves, and you can see there are a few options, each with its own trade-offs. Right at the top, you've got OpenAI's Sora 2. Yeah, the cost is high, but if you need that insane Hollywood-level realism, it's the absolute gold standard. But for your daily content, you might want a workhorse like Kling. It's perfect for all-around videos at a way lower cost. Then there's Seedance, which is all about speed and complex movement. Think action clips. And if you're going for that super polished, cinematic feel, then Google's VO is probably your best bet. But here's the thing. Having all these amazing tools is totally useless without a solid strategy. When it comes to YouTube automation, it is not just about making content. It's about making the right content in the right niche. Honestly, this is where the game is won or lost. So you basically have two paths you can take. Over on the left, you've got the saturated niches. This is a crowded, noisy battlefield. Think endless motivation clips, Reddit voiceovers, you've seen them all. But then you look to the right and you see these untapped gold mines. Seriously, think about it. Super specific tutorials for trading apps or fascinating videos on historical recipes. The audience for this stuff is definitely there, but the supply of really good content, it's low. That's your opening. And here's exactly why this matters so much. Let's look at this first bar. It's not just about getting a ton of views, it's about the value of those views. We're talking about money. Your RPM, that's your revenue per 1,000 views, is way, way higher in a niche like remote work compared to motivation. Why? Well, that's the second bar. Advertisers will pay top dollar to reach that super targeted audience. And that third bar, that's the secret sauce. The high research required for these niches naturally filters out all the casual creators, leaving a massive opportunity wide open for you. So what's the end goal of all this? Well, it's monetization, right? Getting paid. You just need 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours in the past year to apply. And when you're in a niche where people can actually find you, this isn't some far-off dream. It's a totally realistic target. Okay, but as this AI gold rush charges ahead, a whole new chapter is starting to unfold: regulation. You knew it was coming, right? With AI-generated content just flooding the internet, governments and the platforms themselves are starting to write the new rules of the game. Just take a look at the proposed regulations coming out of India, for example. They would make it mandatory for creators to declare if their content is AI-generated. And if they don't, the platforms themselves have to step in and detect it, adding a label that has to cover a full 10% of the video area. And the consequences for not complying? Trust me, they're massive. So, why is this such a big deal? It all comes down to something called safe harbor protection. Think of it as the legal shield that protects platforms like YouTube from getting sued over the stuff their users post. If they fail to enforce these AI labeling rules, they could lose that shield. And for them, that's not just a problem, it's an existential threat. They have no choice but to take this seriously. So we've seen that AI can, without a doubt, build a content empire. But as the lines get blurrier and blurrier between what's human-made and what's AI-made, one huge question is left hanging in the air. As AI builds the content, who builds the trust?